found that people from other countries were sometimes more human than Americans in their sense of remembering where they've come from. And I think that's something we have to get back in touch with and lose our consumer society attitude. Not to say America isn't great. I think America is the definition of freedom and technological advancement and all sorts of other things. But we have to remember that we are the evolution of society and that we have to continue being the beacon for the rest of the world, not choosing how the rest of the world will live, being the light shining to the rest of the world. And that's something I think happenings here and now will help to do for the millennial generation, is bring about awareness of all sorts of topics. You know, they force us down these tracks when we're in college, and you're supposed to only think about those things. Well, for me, I dabbled in over 15 majors. And to be honest, my GPA didn't do too well because of that, being at such a highly advanced school. But I think I've learned so much well-rounded in terms of just everything: cosmology, anthropology, art history, music history. You got English, I had sociology, philosophy, mathematics, economics, physics. I could keep going on. I'm sure there's a couple more that I forgot. But having that knowledge has allowed me to move through life in such a unique way that it's hurt in the beginning because I haven't really known which major to choose or which career or profession. But I think in the long run, it's given me a perspective that not too many have been able to have because they were forced into one career path. For instance, the book The Clandestine Prophecy is something I think that most people need to read because it reminds us that there are principles that we don't understand, and it doesn't just try to ascribe a theory that's thousands of years old. It tackles it in a new spiritual way that individuals can relate to. They can understand that there's coincidences that occur on a daily basis that are just inexplicable, but they relate, and you can see looking back that certain things were meant to happen. And the way things are is, you know, it's been described as, are things determined or are they just random? And I think there's some sense of determinism in the universe, but you have to be able to look at it and open it and be willing to see that it's going to be there and it's going to help us. Not as something that it's spooky or religious or, you know, unknown. You have to go with it. And you have to understand that there's an evolutionary process that goes with it, that life is energy, and it's this great energy that keeps evolving. And all of us are different, but we're all connected by this energy. And I think that's what religion was trying to describe. And I think that's what the millennial generation is being able to put into practical words and doesn't just associate to this mystical religious authority.